Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are tuned in to the Wrestling Junkeez podcast. I am Keto Case alongside with Jaw Earn, the Golden Sun, and Brock Star. Do yourselves a favor and follow the Junkeez.
Episode 2.
We're going to cover current topics, wrestling of the week. So, we're going to discuss Raw, SmackDown, and AEW.
Let's do it.
Go for it.
So, go for it, Ernest. What'd you think of Raw this week?
Raw was good. Raw after a pay-per-view, right? It was a good bounce back. It was like the setup to the next things that are going on.
Yeah, WarGames. Is there a PLE before Survivor Series or no?
No, Survivor Series is going to be our next pay-per-view. It's going to be the WarGames pay-per-view.
Yeah.
We're going to have, Team Cody versus Judgment Day. But we still need 2 more people on each side if they're going to do a 5v5, Judgment Day versus Team Cody. So the rumors going around is Drew's going to be turning heel. He hasn't yet, but on Monday he did tease that. He stepped out of his truck and then he decided to walk back into the truck and left.
Oh,
so he wasn't happy. He wasn't happy with losing the belt the previous night. He was pissed.
Makes sense, yeah. So he's becoming like bitter.
He's becoming bitter, and pretty much he's probably going to end up joining the Judgment Day team for WarGames.
I mean, is that one fool already? JD, is he part of the?
He's not part of the Judgment Day officially, but he's like lackey, I guess, or
he's a liaison to like Finn Balor, right? He's like his best friend.
Yeah.
But he's in the match, right?
Yep.
I like him. JD.
He's got a big head for like his body. But yeah, no, he worked.
He's a Funko Pop.
Bobblehead. How'd you like the way Raw started? It was Rollins and Zayn in the ring.
Oh, dude! Hey, we were talking about that in the last episode. Hey, and look, it's like we manifested it. Oh, I love that whole promo, dude. The promo was really good.
Yeah, he's got a lot of fire and a lot of passion, a lot of anger. Like, he's very real when he speaks. I believe him.
I was disappointed with Creeds versus DIY. I don't know if you guys watched that match.
Oh,
it was a safe dude. That was a safe match.
It was a very safe match. It was a very WWE match, and that was very. I was expecting an NXT quality match between those 4.
No, they didn't bring it.
Why
they just went through the steams. I think they're not risking it because DIY is very injury prone. So I bet you they're just taking it easy to like pay-per-views.
Well, yeah, I mean that makes sense, right?
I mean they should though, because DIY was always like in your face action, and that one looked boring. It was something you could skip. It wasn't good representation of NXT. They looked so WWE in that match. It was like kind of sad.
I felt Raw wasn't their strongest Raw show coming after a pay-per-view. I thought SmackDown was a much bigger and stronger show.
Oh, yes.
I think Raw only really had just WarGames.
Yeah, at least I felt like the SmackDown promos advanced some stuff, and then the Raw promos are just like, oh, like, when is this going to end or whatever. But it's also still like 3 hours too, so that's still kind of like a tough show to sit through.
Raw is a tough show. That's a tough show to book, bro.
Right.
Raw is really tough. Too long.
Back down to 2 hours?
I would love it to be 2 hours, because look at SmackDown. SmackDown leaves you kind of like in your edge of your seat sometimes.
Yeah, it's nice and tight. But I think with ads and everything, Raw will never be back down to 2 hours. Remember the first Monday night show to be 3 hours was Nitro.
Yeah.
It started at 8.
They had matches for everybody on Nitro. They knew how to time to what the audience wanted, Promo, NWO. Cruiserweights, NWO. Another good, your mid-card match. Put the Horsemen out there. WCW Nitro at their peak was really good. I thought they had a really good, smooth wrestling show, and it didn't really get boring for the 3 hours. Raw gets stale in between, like
Yeah.
their mid card and their main event.
Right. You're talking about at that time, like against Nitro, or just in general for a long time?
Just in general for right now.
Ah, okay.
Other than the promos, Raw was like a big filler.
Except for that 4-way. That 4-way match was pretty cool, but they botched that ending, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, that's right, with the Miz and Ricochet and
Ivar, yeah.
It was supposed to be a double finish.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a double count, and Ricochet got concussed apparently on a Hurricane Rana, Bronson Reed, earlier in the match. I guess he didn't really know where he was, and he raised his shoulder when he wasn't supposed to.
oh damn.
I
Well.
thought oh.
Damn, concussion strikes again.
Yeah, I want to talk about concussions and injuries in pro wrestling lately. There's been a lot going on. Adam Cole's out with an ankle injury. Bryan Danielson just came back from a broken arm, and now he's out with a horrible injury.
Yeah. Right. John Moxley, he got concussed.
John Moxley just got concussed. Ray Phoenix got hurt.
Oh yeah, fucking Ray Phoenix just got hurt. And remember a few months ago, Dante, what's his face?
Dante Martin.
Yeah,
Him
then he
and
got
his brother have the worst luck of injuries.
Yeah, man. Cornette would blame it on those high spots that they look like they're like dancing, you know, real gingerly preparing
Those
for some big
ballerinas.
stunt. Yeah.
Ivar's partner right now, he just had to have neck fusion surgery.
So shit, he's out for a good minute, huh?
He's out for a while right now. That's why Ivar's getting this singles push right now.
He's looking good though. Ivar as a single looks nice.
Ivar's on a pretty good run. I never would have thought that one half of War Machine would be on a singles run in WWE.
A force to be reckoned with if they really give him that chance, dude. He has the look. He has the moves. For a big boy, he can move. Big boy's doing moonsaults.
Yeah.
Oh, she's
Valhalla?
Valhalla.
Yeah.
She's just
So she's still in that
she's
gimmick?
there.
Okay.
Yeah. They give her good makeup. She looks badass.
Yeah. I saw something online that there was like another indie wrestler that had that same look. Apparently she was being accused of taking that look.
The Viking Raiders, they take it to the max.
And they're all about that. I heard they do cosplays.
Yeah, they do all that real life cosplay, like they do archery and axe throwing, and they go and hunt. They're really about that life. It's not just a gimmick for WWE.
Well, that's exactly what the WWE needs, is a real deal characters that step in that you could see them in real life. That's who they are. That's what they do. If they weren't in wrestling, they would be wearing the same exact thing, kicking someone's ass out in public. I feel like that's a callback to the classic era.
Old school. Yep. Live your gimmick.
I like what was it, Ivar and Bronson Reed going after each other. Those like old WWF days, like those big huge monsters.
That could go. Bronson Reed,
Yeah.
Ivar, they can go, bro.
Yeah, that's the difference between old monster versus monster, like Big Fatty V versus Great Khali.
Yeah, that's
Don't give Yoko his props.
Yoko went.
Yoko was
like late Yokozuna when he was
when he was big.
Yeah, like 96.
Yeah, when he was just packing on those pounds, he couldn't move anymore. That was sad.
What happened on NXT?
NXT was good.
That one
It was a tag team with the winner and loser of that tournament they had, that NXT, the women's NXT come up one, whatever that shit's called.
Oh yeah, the cup, right?
Not the cup, but it's like the breakout star.
Oh,
The
okay.
They gave it to that MMA fighter, the Latina chick. So it was okay. They're starting like a feud because she's in a tag team, so it was a good way to introduce that tag team that she's in. Because they're feuding with the loser and Roxanne Perez. I like that little girl, Booker T's little student.
Roxanne Perez. Yeah, she's good.
She reminds me of like an AJ Lee.
A little bit.
Her swag, yeah, she's good.
She trained under Booker T.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that what
Booker
it
T
is?
student.
And he's the announcer on NXT, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's funny.
that's
I
why like
like
his
him.
students get his students get dibs, dude. They get to go straight to NXT.
What's
He
going
has a
on with
bunch of them.
Trick and Mello?
Oh, that's great too. The Trick and Mello. It caught me off guard with Brian Pillman coming in the mix. I mean, it was weird, but I like to be a star, bro. They marinated him real good. Him as a mouthpiece for a minute, and then now he's getting his chance.
I never thought Trick would be anything more than just a bodyguard for Mello, honestly.
He might be bigger than Mello. Like he has charisma, the size. I think he's gonna get that North American title.
Okay.
He won it once, right? Didn't he win it?
For a week, wasn't it?
Yeah, he needs to win it and hold it for a while. For sure, he's gonna get the NXT title. He'll
That
get the
was
NXT title.
It was kind of weird that they just gave him the belt for a week and then had Dominic just win it back.
That was dumb. That was bipolar of WWE. They bounced that North American title like in one whole month, huh?
Didn't Solo Sikoa have it?
Before he came to the
He vacated it, didn't he?
Yeah. He would have been
just dropped
along
the title.
with the Bloodline. They would have had even like more belts, but they took it off him. And that would have looked sweet. Everyone holding a belt. You can't outshine the Tribal Chief. Is that like their IC title? Is that NXT's secondary belt, the North American?
Bryan versus Okada is scheduled for Wrestle Kingdom. This coming Wrestle Kingdom in January.
That's gonna be tough.
This is Kazuchika Okada. Finally in Japan.
Is that a main event?
Yep.
It's probably going to be one of their main events. I'm sure it's not going to be the main event, but it's a pretty big deal.
Is that New Japan like WrestleMania?
Yes, Wrestle Kingdom.
Yes, it is.
It's every January. It's the beginning of the year, but it's a top of the previous year.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Their year starts from the day, the wrestling show after Wrestle Kingdom. That's when their year basically starts until the next Wrestle Kingdom.
Is it in the same venue every time?
Same venue?
Yeah, or is it different?
No, it's pretty much the same venue almost all the time. Into Japan, it's their biggest thing is the Tokyo Dome.
Right. Yeah. I've heard a lot of Wrestle Kingdom from the Tokyo Dome. So you're gonna order that on pay-per-view, or how do you watch that?
I'll just stream it. I mean, that's on in Japan. That's going to be super early in the morning over here, in like 3 a.m. to start, and that's a long show.
I remember before it was 2 days. I think WrestleMania 35 was like 8 hours. That's why they split it up.
Yeah, they did that last year with Wrestle Kingdom, but they split it up. It's really weird. They didn't do 2 nights like back to back. They did Wrestle Kingdom in January, and then they did night 2 3 or 4 months later.
Really?
Do you like WrestleMania being 2 days? I don't like that shit.
It's been okay the last couple years, but they need to bring it back down to like less matches and bring it back down to more meaningful matches instead of trying to get everybody on the roster a payday.
Yeah, remember I was thinking today because of Bobby Lashley's match yesterday with Carlito. His spot at WrestleMania was that he won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal on SmackDown the night before, and then he just went out to the ramp before a match and was like looking at the crowd saying, "Yeah, look at my trophy," like, and kind of like putting his hand over his heart, being like, "I'm sorry, guys, I don't have a spot on the card today." That's
I remember that.
That was, I mean, seeing that, I forgot what night that was, but that was, that kind of sucks. Because, I wanted to see Bobby Lashley, but...
Joe just vacated the TV title. He was the longest reigning ROH TV champion.
He vacated
He just vacated. Yeah, he vacated and said he wants to go after MJF.
Like, right now, in real time,
I posted Collision? That. I posted that on our page.
No, on Dynamite. He just...
I saw those clips, yeah. So he won. He beat Keith Lee, right?
He beat Keith Lee, and then he just vacated the belt.
Because he's going after MJF.
So I'm almost positive at this point MJF is not re-signing. I'm almost positive they're going to have Samoa Joe be the person to beat MJF and be the new champion. Which would make sense, because who else are you going to put in that position to beat MJF? I don't think they made anybody else into that position. It could have been Adam Cole, but he got injured.
Give it like 3 years. MJF will be at WWE.
I'm going to say 2024, we'll see him in WWE ring.
Or maybe before WrestleMania, imagine.
Do you think AEW has a identity problem right now?
How so?
Well, there's like it's not what it. It seems like they're turning into WWE. What they brought back, like Paul White, they got Ric Flair.
Well, they never brought Paul White back. He was always on the roster.
Right, yeah, but you just hadn't seen him in a while. I mean, I know him and Mark Henry have been.
Well, he had knee surgery.
Right, yeah, he looked weird standing there. I was just like, they're bringing in old WWE stars, and they were, for a long time, they wanted to be the opposite of WWE, and it still seems like Tony's obsessed with bringing in ex-WWE guys.
Yeah, on Dynamite, they did Garcia versus MJF for the title. They said that was the very first match in AEW for a world championship where both contestants were under 30 years old.
Oh, okay.
I think that's a bit.
The guy who does the dance?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Good. I think that's an issue.
Well,
that's an issue. You've been out 4 years, and that's your first match for two competitors under 30 for the world title.
Sad.
You're trying to push a new generation of talent. Yeah, that's an issue.
So they haven't pushed too many. They haven't.
Whoever the booking is needs to go and quit because they're looking like WCW 2.0 and it's horrible.
Did Cody?
I had high hopes for AEW, but they're boring and they have so much talent.
I bet, was Cody the booker when he was there? Like, was he booking a lot of it? Do you know? Anyone?
No. I don't know if Cody had booking powers beyond his character. He was in control of his character. I'm sure he was, in Tony Khan's ear, giving him suggestions and stuff, but I don't think beyond his own character he had control over anybody else.
That's what I think the problem is in AEW. WWE, they control the characters and they keep them in their lanes. AEW is like a free range of whatever you want to do. And when you give your wrestler his own opportunity to do their own shit, it kind of looks like AEW. It's whack.
Sometimes it's just guys challenging each other without a storyline. It's just like, I want to fight you next week. All right, I accept.
Yeah, it's a lot of that in AEW. It's a lot of random matches that just don't make sense. I don't understand why Daniel Garcia even got a world title shot. What has he done?
He's got that dance spot. Oh no.
He's got the dance, and that's it.
That's how I would play with my toys as a kid. Just like random nonsense that made no sense. But it made sense to me. So that's like Tony Khan playing with his live action figures. It's like I'd love to see you guys wrestle in a match. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna challenge him. It's like, where are the Bucks? Are they involved in any serious, meaningful storyline?
They're about to get into a storyline with Kenny and Jericho right now.
Oh,
they had some beef.
That's right. Because they're jealous.
Yeah, they're jealous that Kenny's with Jericho right now and not teaming with them and going after the trios belts again. And Kenny called them spoiled little brats. It was kind of funny. You guys get a chance to watch that. It's funny.
He's taking a page out of Cornette's book.
You know who I want to come to WWE bad? Is Hangman.
Oh, really? You like
I think WWE will give him wonders.
You think he wants to come to WWE?
Who wouldn't want to come to WWE? But that's kind of everyone's childhood dream, isn't it?
That's a big time.
It's kind of like the end game for every wrestler. Even though there's people that say that they don't want to go to WWE, but you can't pass up an opportunity.
Eddie Kingston, he's one of those. He said I never want to wrestle in the WWE.
I don't even think they want him, though.
Right. I think they would want him. He's not a WWE wrestler.
No. If anything, WWE will hire him just to be like an announcer. Just to talk.
Manager.
Yeah, manager. He'll not get a wrestling role there.
But he wouldn't even be Eddie Kingston in WWE because the whole thing is he gets to be angry and pissed off and cuss and shit.
Yeah, they'll use him just for that. It wouldn't. He's not a wrestling. He's not WWE type.
I don't know. Something about Hangman Adam Page, just because he's had the way he attacked Punk on the first promo that launched everything. He's like, "You talk a big game about workers' rights." Not that I don't like him just because of that one incident, but he just seems like a soft cowboy. I don't know. He seems like a wannabe Steve Austin in a way, and that's just maybe because I have a bias to Steve Austin, and he kind of reminds me. Or I heard JR once say that he reminds him of like a young Steve Austin or something. I was like, there's only one Steve Austin.
Steve Austin sells matches, bro. Like, he's a real wrestler.
Well, his main run was after he hurt his neck, so he changed his whole style of wrestling.
Yup. But he made it before when he was with the Blondes. The Hollywood Blondes, baby.
Yeah.
That's the toy I'd actually want to get. You gotta get me that toy, Casey.
The Blondes?
Yes.
They have there's a Jack's Classic and then two. Yeah, they have a Mattel 1, 2.
Do you have that?
Yeah, they're in my WCW show.
Nice.
I've been dusting dusting nonstop today. I did my Attitude Era show, which has a Brian Pillman in it, but it's his loose cannon version from '97.
Bro, you have to take every single figure off of it, dust every single figure, dust the shelf, then put them all back on, huh?
I'm barely getting. I finished like 3 or 4 within the last 2 days, so I'm continuing tomorrow. It's just I need to do it more often, probably like every weekend, because there's just so many. I've kind of let it get out of hand for a little bit, but they're still in good condition. They don't ruin the figures. It just helps me spend more time with them. I hold them in my hands, get the baby wipe, get them nice and fresh and clean. Remind me of what I have. Sometimes I forget, oh shit, like, I actually have 2 Wade Barretts, but they're hiding in the back.
Yeah, that is insane, bro. You have everybody.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was just the pandemic. So it was the pandemic, and then the Toys That Made Us. Have you seen that documentary on Netflix?
Yeah, I love that documentary.
Yeah, so they go through even like the Ninja Turtles and the Power Rangers episode was cool.
Yes, I love all those episodes. That was my childhood.
Ninja Turtles were my 4 horsemen.
Wrestling toys?
Yeah. Because they were a quad, so I kept them together in my wrestling toy faction.
So is there going to be a tournament for the ROH belt?
Don't know yet.
They should just hand it to Keith Lee.
I think a tournament will be great. Or a battle royal.
Yeah, but I think tournament is longer booking, you know?
Yeah, better booking.
They should have
battle royal is kind of lazy.
Isn't there was a speculation that the Bunny is leaving?
The Bunny is gone from AEW. Most likely Butcher and Blade are going to. They didn't really do anything. They didn't do
shit in AEW. What the hell did they do?
They're like just a throwaway team. They're just a jobber team, basically.
Where did they come from? I mean, because that seems like a pretty cool gimmick, but
Indies?
I'm like on the fence about buying their figure because I do like that seems like a that seems like a WWE tag team, but then WWE doesn't necessarily they don't
really do like crazy over the top gimmick like looks anymore.
Right, yeah.
I know, look what they did to Finn. Finn never comes out with a demon anymore.
Demon's gone.
When was the last time we saw the demon?
In WrestleMania.
Oh,
the
that's
demon
right.
Lost.
That's right.
Yeah, he lost
against, and then he lost against Roman. That made him look weak.
Demon sucked on the main roster.
I know, they killed the demon gimmick. I thought it was gonna be like some undefeated champion type when he's a demon.
Yes, Russ, I thought we were gonna see the Demon versus the Fiend. That would have been awesome.
But yeah, Bray Wyatt's promos are always amazing. That guy can go, man. I miss him. I wish they really do the whole thing, man, with Bo Dallas, make him into the Uncle Howdy.
Though they're gonna bring that the Wyatt whatever.
It's gonna be the Wyatt 6.
The Wyatt
But
6. Is that still just a
I mean,
rumor?
might as well. I mean, bring back Alexa Bliss, Bo Dallas.
they're not
Didn't she
bringing
have
him
a
back.
baby? Alexa Bliss had a baby, right?
Not yet. She didn't have the baby yet. She's still preggers. Carmella just had a baby.
Carmella and Corey Graves, yeah. Congratulations to them.
But they're not gonna. They were thinking about bringing Bo Dallas back as Uncle Howdy, but then they scrapped it.
Who just gave birth?
Carmella.
Carmella.
Oh, what the hell? She is?
reminds
She's
me.
pregnant?
Yeah, no, she
Yeah,
was pregnant.
yeah,
She big.
No.
She was
Mela
she
is
was gonna be,
money.
she was gonna be Chelsea's partner, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and then
Was
she went
she?
away.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah, she was Chelsea's partner.
And then it was Sonya, and then she got hurt.
Yeah,
And now it's Piper.
Piper Niven.
Dude, Chelsea's
Formerly-
on fire right now, yo. I love
like that.
Chelsea Green.
Not expecting Chelsea to get over at all.
She's over, dude.
She's a great worker.
I was like, this
She-
is stupid. This is gonna be a stupid manager Karen gimmick. This is dumb.
no, she's great, man. She knows how to talk.
She can
Oh,
work too. She can wrestle.
I want to
Yeah.
see Matt Cardona back in WWE, but not with Zack Ryder. You know, he
No,
needs to be
as
Matt
Matt Cardona.
Yeah,
As the indie god.
dope. I like his resurgence, his new character right now.
Yeah, he actually. I'll plug their big rubber guys. It's a new line of figures they just released. It's of him and Brian Myers, and the Axe and Smash Demolition. They're in the scale of the old LJN figures, so they're 8 inches. And Matt Cardona's figure, he's taking the old Macho Man pose. So you can find those on ringsidecollectibles.com. Those are actually, so they have those, and then they have the Major Bendy's line, which is a kind of callback to the Just Toys Bendums from like the mid '90s. So they got their own toy lines out there. These guys are killing it everywhere they go.
I love their show, dude. Their show is so cool. I love how they
Yeah.
just went to like city to city and like went to toy stores.
Toy hunts, yeah, like epic toy hunts all over
Yeah, man.
Canada and California and Japan and shit.
Have you guys watched Ethan Page when he does his toy hunts?
I've
No.
seen a few of his videos, but yeah, I just recently got into his stuff because I know he's a big toy guy too.
His stuff is really funny too.
Wasn't
Obviously,
Ethan Page part of their group? Yeah.
they hook up a lot, but obviously he has his own shit and he's in AEW, so not all the time. But
You know who's
yeah,
a crazy collectible too is AJ Styles, with games.
yeah, he has like every game system, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like every game system, he's got like thousands of video games. He's got a whole room dedicated to it.
That's cool.
The wrestlers, they're like real people like us too, you know. They got all these like
Yeah.
passions and hobbies behind the scenes.
Do you guys watch Up Up Down Down?
That's the New
Sometimes.
Days thing.
Yeah, the New Days. That's cool too because all they do is play video games with each other, and they do like little side games together. So it's literally breaking kayfabe. It's all in the back stages of WWE.
Business
It's
has
pretty
been
cool.
dead. Kayfabe has been dead for years.
But this is like way worse because they're just literally filming in the back
Like they're playing
While,
video
like,
games
they're having
backstage.
matches.
Well.
while like someone's coming out of a match and see someone all sweaty and shit, and they're just playing video games.
I support them making extra money.
Hell yeah, dude! Saving best for last.
There was a lot of movement yesterday. So with Carmella having a baby and Corey Graves out, Kevin Owens was the third commentator. Which kind of reminded
It
me.
was pretty funny.
Santos Escobar turned his back.
Yeah, I like that.
But a little too late. Should have been for the title.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, it should have been in the title time. Like the way they beef, just right now, the beef is weird for Carlito. What the
It's
hell?
kinda, yeah, kind of like he left the knuckles on the apron. What? I
Yeah.
thought it was like, that's what you guys are going with? That he left the knuckles on the apron
That's it.
for Logan Paul to grab? And nah, come on.
Good thing they did that injury bump though. That's cool. Like it gives a little heat. He got a lot of good heat for that.
You know what I
Yeah.
think they could do is they could keep LWO as it is. Carlito, Ray, Joaquin, the other guy, and You know who they could do for Legado is bring Santos and get Garza and Carrillo from NXT. And then I don't know who else they could get. They could get a fourth. Maybe bring Elektra in. Elektra Lopez back.
So is he gonna feud with Carlito first, you think? And then make his way to Ray?
I think they're just setting it up. Hopefully they're setting it up for some Survivor Series shit.
You guys missed the traditional Survivor Series matches?
Yes, I want that. Or
Like
at least
every
make it
match-
Raw versus SmackDown.
Every match was like 5-on-5.
They should make it like a triple threat. NXT, Raw versus SmackDown. All three of them in a Survivor Series triple threat type.
I used to like because you get like all your favorites on one team, and they kind of make an alliance, a temporary alliance, and they kind of
it kind of like stepped away from it. Gives storylines a break, you know, like instead of going to storylines, it gives it a break, a fresh like a rest on writing and dragging the storylines. They get something fresh. I love Survivor Series
storylines too,
and it's traditional, bro. We grew up to that shit, you know. They bring up a lot of old school WCW traditional pay-per-views, like WarGames, Halloween Havoc. Dude, WCW did WarGames in the Terror Tower. Remember those?
Oh my god, I remember those big three-tier cages.
Yeah,
that was late WCW, right?
Yes,
that was also in Ready to Rumble. That was in the movie.
That's when David Arquette won the belt.
Well,
let's get back on track to SmackDown now. What about KO and his feud? It's going against his Theory and Waller right now. It's a 2v1 feud.
Oh well, he's gonna be suspended, isn't he? Because he responded with violence. Well, he actually attacked them.
Yeah, he got suspended, but when he comes back, who is his partner going to be? Hey, Sammy, because they're on separate brands now. So
I don't know who would be Kevin Owens' partner.
LA Knight.
LA Knight?
Yeah, he's feuding with Waller right
now. Oh.
So yeah, it'd be those two versus what is it, A-Town Down Under or whatever?
They slowed down A-Town down sick, huh? He was to the moon. Now he's nowhere.
He wasn't able
to the mid card
with the audience.
I heard that they like the pairing. They like Austin and Waller. They think they're a good team. They're
annoying. That's what's good about it.
I think they're a good heel team.
They are. But they should do something with it. They should give them the title, let them run, give them a run. You know, like
they're not gonna get the title. Who's gonna be next tag champs? Judgment Day has held these belts for how long now?
Oh, Cody,
DIY.
Cody and Jay, they're getting another title shot, right?
I don't want them to win again, bro. That's a weird ass.
It was a cool little tag team. It was cool that they did that.
Did it. It's cool. It's under their belt. Move on.
Yeah. It was
They're
funny.
single stars.
It was a funny little theme that they did, you know. It gave Jay a lot of personality. He got to be instead of the hard ass, he got to joke around with Cody, be buddy with Cody. Made him as a good baby face. But yeah, I agree with Ernest's attempt to split them up and let them go solo.
DIY, baby. DIY's next champs.
I don't like DIY right now. I think they're just coasting in WWE matches. They're not the DIY that I knew from NXT.
That's not their fault. I think they just need to get better storyline. Their storyline sucks.
They're going to go against Imperium apparently with Miz.
Oh, it's going to be Miz and DIY?
Yeah, apparently that's the plan, is to kind of team them up as a...
Nah, I feel like Miz should pick some new people, some new blood from the NXT. Bring them up. You don't need to bring up DIY. They're already set. They just need a good storyline. And then Miz can help people come up right now. You know?
Here's a question. Where does Roman go with the belts? Do they keep it on him? Do they want to break Hogan's record? Or does Cody beat him at WrestleMania? And does everyone who he cheated against, do they get their comeuppance? Do they get retribution on him? Like, what happens with Roman?
I say he breaks the record.
That means
give it to him. We need new history. Everyone's breaking histories. Let him break that history of Hogan.
Yeah, but he's doing it by cheating. I don't know. It just seems like if even on paper, as you know, kayfabe as a heel, he did it. You can always be like, yeah, but he cheated every time. It's like it was a four-year cheat extravaganza.
So Roman's already surpassed Hogan. He's chasing after Bruno.
She's after Bruno. Yeah, Bruno San Martino.
That's 2,803 days, supposedly.
Give it.
How far is he?
Well, that's just one of his reigns. 2,803 days. His combined is 4,040.
Damn.
That can't happen. That cannot happen.
Rhodes is gonna break it. He has to be destined to break it.
So after Roman loses that belt, does he stay and
that's when you bring out the Rock feud, so they can go a little longer with the family feuds.
I don't know if Rock will be coming back anytime soon, especially with the writer's strike ended.
Endeavor owns this shit right now. If they need the Rock, they can get the Rock. I bet.
Right.
They're gonna get it. It's timing right now. That storyline with Roman Reigns and Rock is like that's like platinum storyline, bro. It has to be great timing. Maybe bring up a couple more of the cousins to make it a bigger feud within the family.
A bigger bloodline. And bring back Rikishi and Alpha and Sika and fucking The Rock's mom. Put her on camera.
Yeah, give love to the OGs and let them really be there as a tribal council. Imagine they all come back to take over Roman Reigns, the whole family. That would be cool, right? That runs the bloodline, the whole a whole tribal family after Roman Reigns. It should be like a whole thing.
And you see Solo Sikoa, he reaches over, he does the spike to Roman. Probably too much.
It'll be cool. I actually like the whole rumor when they're gonna bring back the AOP.
Oh yeah, authors of pain.
To be Roman's guys,
bodyguards or something.
That would be cool.
It's like the biggest thing. Still got to talk about I think the ladies division is it's improving. So that's like another
story
faction.
mode is improving. They're actually putting it to use. It's like they're not stale with just making Bianca and Charlotte wrestle each other and Asuka, because those three have been wrestling each other so long, they got so stale. Now they're actually using all of them in the storyline. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I know it's a setup for Survivor Series.
Bianca got misted in the face yesterday.
She's always getting this shit right now. She's getting screwed so much from the.
And then
she's been taking L after L, dude. Bianca's been taking a lot of L's lately.
That's why I think she's gonna turn.
Damage Control just got some major come up and some major new members last.
So what happened to Bailey? Do you think Bailey stays in there?
No,
I think they're gonna.
I think they're gonna kick out Bailey and Dakota, and they're gonna have their own group, and they're gonna add supposedly one.
They're gonna be all Asian.
Dakota stays with them. I like Dakota, and I think she's got a little thing with Io, but I don't think she stays. I think it's gonna be an all Japanese crew.
Yeah.
Is Dakota and Bailey, are they gonna stick together, or do you think they split up and do their own thing?
I think they should stick together and be a tag team. Turn them face.
I think Bailey needs to go a single run and pursue the title on her own again, like old Bailey. Bailey's.
You can't go back to old Bailey. You can't go back to hugger from what you've got now.
I mean, you don't have to hug, but just be a face. She's been a heel for too long now. That's a long heel run.
Did you catch when they all hugged and how she was so uncomfortable at first?
Yeah.
And she started to warm up to it. I thought that was super funny.
Yeah, even with Io, you can see they're conspiring. There's some conspiring in their acting. They're acting you're the leader. But
I respect you. I forget you.
Yeah.
I just hope they don't make that faction corny. If it's gonna be all Asian, please don't make it corny because they're all Asian. Make them dominant.
With Triple H in charge, he won't do that.
Yeah, please don't.
They kicked ass yesterday. They beat down Charlotte.
Hey, all the Asians are getting love right now with Triple H, huh?
When's the last time you had a female super group?
Never.
The The puppies or Deborah and then Miss Kitty?
Pretty insane.
Yeah.
Those have always usually been like trios, not like full-fledged stables.
I mean that group with Naomi. Remember Naomi, Sasha?
That's Team Bad, but that was a trio.
I mean that's closest was a
What's
trio.
the-
Like 4 and
What's
beyond, 4 or 5.
Trios are like that's a stable.
Right, yeah. Another one in the company with the Bloodline and the Judgment Day, and then you had Imperium is like a trio. But I like all these little groups and factions. Didn't WWE just sign another female talent
Yeah, like a good one too. She's like
from?
top of the line indie, I think.
Did you?
Yeah, she's just like the next one. But they already have
Asuka?
Jade. Jade's coming in the cuts too. I think Jade's gonna be part of Bianca's team with Charlotte.
And she'll turn on them, maybe.
Yeah, I think Jade's gonna be in there as a face. Supposedly they're gonna put Becky on the team.
No,
But Becky and
don't.
Charlotte didn't like each other, right? Or was it Becky and Bayley?
No, Becky and Charlotte don't like each other.
Becky and Charlotte,
No.
that's right. That's true. They got beef.
That's so sad. So yeah, that was. I thought that was a very strong finish to the show yesterday, and it was like there's only like what 4 or 5 matches on SmackDown, and it's such a better paced show than Raw because it's so.
Yeah, SmackDown is really the A show right now, I feel. Even without the Bloodline. Last night was like the first SmackDown, and I don't remember how
Without
long
Bloodline.
when we only had, no Bloodline. Just one segment for Jey Uso, and that's it.
And you know what? LA Knight was still over.
LA Knight's going to be over until he wins a belt.
So over, dude.
Until the fans know that he's going to be the guy, they're actually going to throw and push with him and give him a title run. I don't think that's going to stop anytime
I
soon.
still trip out, bro. Every time I see LA Knight come out, like this guy earned this shit, bro.
He was on fire last night. So much reminded me of The Rock and Austin last night.
Yes.
He was saying, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
he called him Kangaroo Jackass. He said the Grayson Waller effect sounds like a STD, and
He was there last night. That was such a good promo.
It was cool. It was a real good overall show.
Well, the whole week. Did you hear about the NWA cocaine scandal?
Ernest?
Which one's that?
So NWA, they had a pay-per-view recently, and they were they're going to go to the CW network and have TV on the CW network. And they decided to do a whole segment. I posted on the page of, you remember Sinister Minister?
Oh, that was it? I thought that was like some old stuff.
Yeah, that was their pay-per-view. That was him.
Shit. Damn, they're doing coke.
Yeah.
I thought that was like some throwback shit you threw me. That was recent?
No, that was recent.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
And they did that right before they're gonna get a TV deal, and now they're fucked. They don't have any more TV deal anymore because of that.
Oh man.
NXT took their spot. NXT is gonna go to the CW network next year.
Nice. I miss NXT on the network, bro.
I guess the network, period. The network is so much better than Peacock.
And I hate all this shit that they sold their stuff to, bro. I wish Endeavor makes an app where they can bring it all back like the network.
You know what they're gonna start doing is they're gonna start doing some UFC stuff with their mats. They're gonna start doing advertising on their mats.
On the ring mat?
Uh-huh.
They're gonna put UFC logos in the WWF ring.
Not UFC logos, but they're advertisers.
Oh, okay. I thought that that makes sense. Mountain Dew or whatever, fucking Popeyes and Domino's.
That's cool. Make it look all sporty and shit.
Yeah, instead of the stupid gimmick matches, I think that's a better way to go for your sponsorships instead of having a Mountain Dew pitch black match.
Yeah. Just put it on the goddamn floor. Just put it on the floor and
or just have
put
product
it on the
placement.
mat.
Have a bunch of if it's Burger King, then you got a bunch of Whoppers at the desk or whatever, and then. Because I don't know. I'm biased to the white, to that baby blue that really light baby blue matte looking crisp. It's like there's only been one WrestleMania 12, where they had a logo on it. You know, that's never been WWE's thing. I don't know.
Oh, putting a logo on the ring.
Yeah, maybe it's on the. They're gonna do it like on the side. They're not even skirts anymore. It's like a screen, or they'll put them alongside the barricade now, because that's like a big screen now too.
Oh yeah, yeah. They can use the barricade now for their sponsorships too.
So what do you guys think about? So what do you guys think about Brian Pillman's son? You think him jumping into the Mello and Trick? That's kind of like putting him up there.
Yeah, I mean that's a little bit of a push, right?
Gets him out there, gets on TV is better than what they're doing with him. Like not really anything. Apparently they don't have any plans for him, which is kind of stupid. They did all that.
I think right now his gimmick should be he should be butting in everyone's business, like with different Trick Williams and Carmelo. He should do it to everyone's feud. He should just keep coming in and butting in and getting punched or something.
But that gets old. It gets old real fast.
Get him that Weasel feel, you know? Like, oh, here he is again.
Maybe they're trying to have him like sink or swim in this Trick Williams little feud. Because that's who he's feuding with. Like,
he might be the one who did it, huh? He might be the one who hit Trick. I think it's him.
Then why would they have Mello have that whole face? Maybe him and Mello are in cahoots together?
Cahoots. Love that word.
Maybe they're working together? Maybe they're working together to get Trick Williams out of the title picture?
I don't know. I think that would be a bad look for Mello if he really did it to Trick. Because he's already on his way. He's on his way out already. Why even give him like a swerving heel turn on his best friend when he's already on his way out?
Because he's probably not going up yet.
You think he's not gonna go up yet?
They'll probably milk him for a few more months. He's good.
So I think maybe after WrestleMania or maybe Royal Rumble.
Maybe probably a spot in Rumble, but probably not permanent.
Yeah.
They just brought up the Creeds.
They brought him up whack, bro. That was a dumb way to bring up the Creeds. I don't like how they bring up some of these wrestlers right now, dude. They're just like throwing them in there. No vignettes, nothing. Like, come on, give it some old school feel of, like, give them a countdown to come in. Like, don't just throw them in there, you know? Like, I don't like that.
It is a little bit of a, I would say it's like a minor boom period. I mean, things are getting better, right? There's a lot of wrestling. And I've heard, like K100, Conan, and Disco, that's their show. And they make a point that there's not one company that's going to do things perfectly, like there's going to be some good stuff and some good segments and some good matches. But for the most part, like, there might be some duds and there might be some things done that aren't, to your liking or whatever. I always try to put that stuff in perspective as a wrestling fan. There's going to be some stuff that's, like, not the best. And I think that's just the case with every wrestling promotion, Not everyone's going to be fucking perfect all the time.
No, we'll never get that. That's always going to be like that. ECW is one of the closest things to my perfection. I've loved ECW.
You know what? They still have some of that old stuff up on the, you still have access to a ton of old wrestling, whether it be like old WCW, NWA stuff, ECW on the Peacock.
I think that they don't have the rights to half of the music anymore, and they put these really bad dub music over
Okay,
them.
yeah, that's the issue too. Yeah, you can tell they pipe in this like shitty ass fucking music.
Really bad music. I'm not even trying to copy it. At least do like the WCW route. Try and get something that sounds familiar.
I think we talked about
I think that's for this episode, guys.
Yeah. Follow the junkies.
Follow the junkie. Keto Case, Johnson, Rockstar. All right then. We out.
Until next week.
Same bad time, same bad channel.